What's going on, everybody? Aylis here, and we're back with another exciting adventure in Minecraft Eternal. Now, I got a couple points to touch on here before we get into it. Um, First and foremost, I've updated the pack to 1.5b is the most recent version. Um, as of today's recording. So there are a few things that are a little bit different. Nothing too major. It just seems that they fleshed out some of the quests and some rebalancing and stuff like that. Also, I want to note that after our last recording, when I tried to get on to do the next one, it seems like it didn't save my player data correctly. I was all the way back at that little lava spot that we had found before, and all of my inventory had been reset back to that point. So yeah, things were a little bit weird. I think I've got things cleaned up well enough. You can see I still only have the 4 mana steel from before because that was back in the inventory again. And all of the stuff that I had updated had been reset as well. So I had to go and do all that stuff again. Now, because it only didn't save my player data correctly, everything that we had done, you can see like our smelter, you still got lava and all that kind of stuff. All of that saved fine, but we just, had to clean up the inventory and kind of get it back to square one. So we've done that, and I've been doing a little bit more off camera, trying to get things squared away, got my tools back in order. You can see I started updating my armor, and I just wanted to bring you all back so that way you could kind of see the process is exactly the same as upgrading your tools. The only difference is you have to use the armor station. So I've already upgraded my helmet, my chest plate, and my leggings. So the boots, same thing. You just put the pieces in, and they just go in. So I'm just updating the cores to iron. Now this means they're going to have to be repaired with iron. We do still have the ecological because we're keeping the one wooden piece. So hopefully it's not going to be too big of a deal. Otherwise, we're going to have to use a little iron. We'll figure it out. But you can see the durability was garbage. The durability was 1. So basically, that's why the armor was getting broken all the time. We'd get hit once and pretty much everything would break. So if we put this on, these ones go up to 20. Everyone's got their own different value. Now, we're also going to gain this magnetic 2, which is supposed to pull in items, I guess like a magnet. I haven't used it before, but we'll see how it goes. That might get rid of our need for a magnet, at least for a little bit. So there we go. We got all those pieces. So you can see that I did upgrade the sword, pick, and the hammer, like I said, with the copper. And we're going to do that as well with the armor, because copper will do the same thing. And XP is nice to have, especially in this pack. You can see I was doing some smelting, and I screwed up. I used up all of our aluminum brass, making the rest of the patterns for the armor. And I wanted to put more in, and I thought the tin was aluminum, and it's not, it's tin. I forgot we had only grabbed enough ore exactly for what we did last time. So we're out of aluminum brass to make more molds, but I got everything done that I needed to. And, we got a little bit of copper in the process. Well, bronze, I guess that would be. But we're going to use the copper in there for our plates. So we're going to pour it out just like we usually do. And just wait. And wait. And we're done. So I'm just going to do one here, and then we'll cut back out. I just wanted to make sure you guys, realize that the process is exactly the same. And you can see that really cranked up our durability. Having that iron, or not the iron, having the iron and now the copper, but getting rid of all that stone. So it's really ramped up our durability, so that way this armor is actually going to be useful, and it's going to crank up our defense. At least it should. I guess not. At least not on the helmet. Overall, it'll definitely be better anyway. But that again too, we'll have the magnetic, and then ambitious, we gain additional XP, right? In this pack, XP is a little bit more important because There are a couple different mods that use the XP. It's not just for enchanting and stuff like that. We'll get into that in a bit, but for now, I'm just going to finish up with some of these upgrades and a couple maintenancey things, and we'll get back to it. And we're back. I just wanted to point out a couple more things since we're still on the Tinker's train. You can see that our armors are all upgraded here. We still have the wood on there. We got lots more durability, and you can see that our armor value is a lot higher as well. We also look a little bit different. That's one of the neat things about the Tinker stuff, is it still changes the appearance of the new material. Now, one thing I wanted to point out is because of JEI, and if you're not familiar, you can hover over an item even in your inventory and hit R, and that gives you all the recipes to create that item. And if you hit U over it, it gives you all the uses for that item. So we can use cobblestone to make a stone sword. Now, that also applies to stuff in the Tinker Smeltery. So the bronze here, you can see that's an alloy between copper and tin that we accidentally made. So now, if you hit R over that, it'll give you the recipe for bronze in all of its molten forms. Now, that also includes alloying, and it will tell you that you need basically three units of copper to 1 unit of tin will make you 4 of bronze. So it's a 3-to-1 ratio, gives you 4 bits of bronze. This is handy, number one, if you're trying to figure out what a recipe is, like say you accidentally made an alloy, because there's a bunch of different ones in this pack as well that I don't even know of. But it will point out how you made it, so you can accidentally, or so you can hopefully not accidentally make it again. And also, if you use the use button, the U key, and it has material stats, and this works for anything not even molten. You can use ingots or the stone and stuff like that. And that's one way to find out what it does. It's not quite as handy, I don't find, as the book, but it will still give you some information, or at least let you know that it can be used as a Tinker's material. Now, because I wanted to use the copper, and I had the same idea that it probably did the same thing for armor, if we use the Armory Addendum book, it does the same thing as the basic Tinker's book, and it will tell you all the same stats and what it'll do for armor, because sometimes it's a little bit different, like but this is the same. So that's why we decided to stick with that, and it keeps kind of all of our items on the same level. It could probably stand to upgrade the sword to iron now that we have those materials, so I'll probably do that as soon as we get more of our aluminum brass, or you know what, now that I'm thinking of it, let's just do our temporary mold. All right, so 2 pieces of clay, we cook that up, that pattern out of there, and then we want our sword pattern, right? So we need an item to make the mold, put it in our table, wait for the clay to finish smelting. And this is all pretty standard stuff. We're going to need another, I think it's 2 pieces of iron for a sword. It is. So we'll do that. Get that smelting up. Once the clay's done, 2 ingots, I do believe, is enough to make our mold. Our cast. It's just a temporary cast. Okay. So now we finish up with the iron. Pour that out. It's the exact same process. You just use clay. But you'll see that the mold here will get destroyed. So, you know, depending what your resources are, again, like, I mean, right now, I can't make any more aluminum brass. We don't have any gold even to use. So the clay was the best option, even though, you know, I'll have to make another mold at some point, but that's fine. Iron down to the bottom, pour that out. So they'll get to see the process from start to finish one last time. Grab our sword blade, over to the tool forge. And there we go. You can see the durability goes up, the attack is going down. That is surprising. I wouldn't think stone would do more damage. But, well, there you go. It's not down much. It also cranks up the durability, but we'll stick with it. And again, it's got the magnetic, so it'll be handy. All right, well, let's get figured out what we're going to do next, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Now, what are we going to do next? There's a couple things. Before we get back into mining too much, I'd like to kill these spiders, but we'll get to that. We want to get some bags. I like to do that next just because it makes it a little bit, I don't know, I find it more efficient to go down and get resources because, you know, you have to take less trips. So for that, of course, we're going to need some backpacks. And these are the ones that I like to use recently. The forestry ones I've always liked to. They've got a few handy things that we'll see in a second. Now, another handy feature of JEI is these bookmarks. So it kind of separates anything that you're searching out, you know. Let's just do a little bit of like that. So this side changes, this side doesn't, because you have to clear your text box there before you can do this, because it's another hotkey like R and U. But if you hit A, moves it over here to your bookmarks, and then A again removes it. So it's kind of a nice way to organize what you're trying to do, and you can see we've got a couple things here. So first thing we're going to need, of course, some shears, because we want to make these digging backpacks and mining backpacks. We've got all the other resources for it. We managed to pick up some string while we were out and about, and we might even have enough string to turn that into wool, but I think we'll go try to find some, because we're going to need some more for a few other items. So we're going to make our shears, and you know what? Why don't we use this bronze for something useful, since we have it. They're going to be a little bit better than iron shears anyway, and save our iron since we're less than that, and we don't have real need for the bronze yet. So let's go take a look. Now I'm assuming everything outside is as we've pretty much left it, but you know, these updates can do some weird things. Now I did see in the patch notes that they reduced the spread of the Pam's Harvest Craft gardens that we like to use and abuse so much for food. So that might be a bit of a problem, but you know, we'll deal with that as it comes. Now, since we're looking for a specific creature, we can use our mini-map up in the upper right-hand corner there. I'm going to try to get away from these spiders. And if we go into JEI, hotkey by default is J. In the options down here, you can see you got mini-map presets. You should automatically be using one, but you can scroll down and there's a bunch of different options. And what we're looking for is mob display, is small dots. So if we see up in our corner, there's a bunch of little white dots floating around up there. Red ones are bad guys. White ones are neutral mobs. So we can go up back into our options. Now I think they're all considered just mobs. So mob display, small dots, small icons, large icons. Now that will actually show the heads of the mob that it is. And I like to use it on small icons, usually. It's kind of hard to see there. So maybe we'll use the large ones. I think there's a zoom option, but I don't want to play with it right now. So we'll go back to our presets. And small icons, large icons. Okay, and I believe... well, you can see some of them are showing up. Or is that just the bad guys? But what we're looking for is... Okay, it looks like no passive animals are showing up. Let's debug. Player display, mob display. Is it not? Show nearby passive mobs. I wonder if it's because if it's modded creatures, it doesn't tend to show up very well. It looks like okay. Now we're seeing squid, so it must be showing the vanilla mobs fine. All right, so let's take a quick looky-loo. See what we can see. We haven't really explored out this way, and it looks like there's a bit more grasslands. Now while we're looking, we might as well keep our eye out for some Botania flowers, like these guys right here from Botania, because that is on our list of things to do today. Word of note, these little guys you can just punch. The big ones, these tall ones, you need shears. Okay? And these guys break into 2 petals each. These guys break into 4. But you can't use those for any of the crafting recipes, because there are some crafting recipes that just need straight up flowers. So we'll grab what we can along the way. We're not too interested about getting too many, because there are a few tricks that we can use to get more. If we're lucky. Sometimes we are, sometimes we aren't. Bushes. I got some pigs. Come on, sheeps. Nothing's ever around when you need it, you know. Looking for leather, there's no cows. Just need a little bit of wool. Well, use as much as we can get our hands on right now. Brought a little bit of food. Probably should have brought some better food, but again, we can raid our gardens. Well, we can raid Pam's gardens, I guess. Alright, well, I'm going to take a look around a little bit more. As fun as it is to listen to me babble while we wander around. Gotta find some sheep, and I'll bring you back when we do. I found another little neat structure here. Oh, looks like there's a spawner. I think I'll just kill it for now. Nobody likes cave spiders. Okay, well, I thought it might have been a little bit more fancy, but we got a broken spawner. We can use those later. And I'm going to grab this moss stone. Again, we can put mending on our tinker's tools, and we do love them so. Alright, well, nothing terribly exciting. While I'm out and about, I'll probably grab some random resources, maybe kill a couple squid for ink sacks and stuff, while we're on the hunt for our sheep. And it just dawned on me while harvesting up some of these other Botania flowers that one other thing that we need for Botania, since we are going to be getting into it, is we need grass. And since we have some shears and we've got some grass and we're thinking about it, we're going to grab some. Now, I don't know if you can just hit the vanilla grass or if it'll take the biomes of plenty stuff, you know, depending on how the ore dictionary works, but getting vanilla grass isn't too hard either, so it's probably plenty. Also pick up some of these poppies and the dandelions, red and yellow flowers. We can use those to grow Botania flowers in a bit if we can't find a good score of everything on the way. Now there is another item that I want to make that will store all of these flowers for us, but guess what? We need wool for that. And we found one of these neat little spires too. Well, the gold we can't get, but beggars can't be choosers, so we're going to grab the resources when we can. I'm just going to vein mine them out. Might as well. Got to be opportunist with some of this stuff. I would really like to have grabbed that gold, but we're not there yet. We'll be able to upgrade our tools to get that very shortly, but anyway, we are still on the hunt for some woolly goodness. Okay, we're back. It's starting to get nighttime, and I don't really want to be out when it's nighttime. Our inventory is a little overstuffed, and one thing that I keep forgetting to mention is the set home command. Now, I did set it, so I can show you how to use it. We use /home, and it's got 5 seconds. You gotta wait. You gotta stand still. So you know you can't really cheese it and get out of combat and stuff. But and there we go. We get teleported home. Now this is a standard feature for the game. I'm not an op or anything like that. I'm not using cheats or things like that. So it is lagging out hard though. Didn't like it too much. But when you are home, you use the same command. Well, not the same command, but another command, and it's just set home. New home set. So you can move that around. Now, I do believe it has like a 5-minute cooldown. So again, you can't cheese the system too much. 5 minutes is a pretty decent amount of time, but So we're just going to clear out our inventory. I managed to grab some sunflowers. You need shears for sunflowers and rose bushes, but you can plant those suckers down and use bone meal, and then you can get, I believe you get the dye directly out of them. So for a little bit of bone meal, it's kind of handy if you need to use them, and we might need them in a bit. So I killed some chickens, got some eggs and feathers and stuff. I'm going to take the feathers out, even though they are a mob drop. That's our mob drop chest. We do need them for crafting stuff, so, pick and choose. Try to put some resources away. You can be smelted immediately. I'm just trying to clean up my inventory while we're here. Get rid of the stuff we've already eaten. Keep the stuff we haven't. Poppies. Ay, ay, ay. Already. Alright. Time to get in some crates, I think. It's probably a good idea. Alright. Crates are wonderful. You get about, I think it's 4 times the amount of space in a chest. You have to use 4 chests for it. But it takes 1 block space and they're upgradable. And we're also going to need wood casing. This is all from actually Additions, which is another fantastic mod. We're going to be using a lot of bits and pieces out of that crate. Now the beauty for crate, let's test out our magnet. Let's step back. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. It'll be good for mining. It'll be good for mining. All right, so our crate, we want our crate. Now the nice thing with the crates, 1 block space, 4 times the storage. I think it's 4 times. I haven't officially counted, but it still interacts with our crafting station. So now we've got a ton more room for whatever we need. We can start to be a little bit sloppy if we need to. But you get the drift. All right, so I'm going to clean some stuff up. Going to sleep. Going to go back out. And I guess we can do that right now. God knows I've put my bucket away. Didn't we have an extra bucket? Oh, right. I had an extra bucket because of the weird player save glitch, but we seem to be okay now. Okay, well, I'm on a mission to get some wool and at least make some bags. And we'll come back when I have managed to find some. Be right back. Okay, I can see one on my map. Hopefully it's more than one, but we'll take what we can get at this point. Now eventually we'll set up farms for all this kind of good stuff, but we're not there yet. There he is down there, another chicken. Oop. Oh well. Okay, so looks like there might be something in there. But right now, really, we've got one down here. Oh, and you're a pain to get to. Well, oh no, I didn't want to hit him. Ah. Alright, well, 3 wool is not enough. So, just chill out, buddy. Chill out. I didn't mean to hurt you. It's okay. It's okay. Eat your grass. Eat your grass. I need 1 more piece for what I really want to get done. Come on, buddy. 1 more piece. Oh. Aha. Alright, well. Here we go. I'm gonna dig up. Thought there should be more sheep. Not that they're any easier to get to. Well, we can play mountain goat. Alright. let's use some of this dirt. Alright. Hopefully I won't have to come up here again. Except to shear more sheep. Come to me, I got magnets. How do they work? God, that was probably an old reference by now. Alright, ship your sheep. Alright. Let's just noob pillar. There we go. Alright, sheep, you out of the way. You're fine. You're fine. Nobody saw that. Don't call PETA. Alright, 8. 8? That was it? Oh, you're back. Alright, alright, see? Look, there you go. I hurt myself too. Give me it. 11. How many do I need? I need 4, and I need 5 is 9. We have more than that. That is what we need. Sweet. Alright, so, can I use set home again? It actually hasn't been that long. Well, use the home command. Easier than walking. Alright. Good, good. Okay, so we are back. And I gotta put a pressure plate out there. Alright, so quickly. Oh no. Oh, that's gonna be unfortunate. Not enough space to display bookmarks. Alright, well we know what we're looking for anyway. It's a backpack. Oop. We want the mining backpack. And we want the digging backpack. We're missing stone. Alright, let's cook up some stone. We'll do a full 8 because we're going to need more. Actually, you know what? We're going to be needing a lot more. So let's get you cooking up a full stack. We're going to need it for Britannia. Keep some on us. Eat some food while we wait. Try to get those bonuses. We'll probably due for another one here soon. Okay. Oh, raw chicken. Always a good idea. There we go. Well, we didn't get food poisoning. 2 stone. Perfect. And it's the same kind of pattern. We just need stone. There we go. And these backpacks are nice because, well, I mean, number one, they hold 15 slots, right? So it all but doubles your inventory. Not quite. Now, they do automatically pick stuff up. So the digging backpack picks up, well, digging-related materials. So your stone, your gravel, your dirt and sand, stuff like that. So if we throw this cobble out, our magnet should suck it in and automatically into backpack. Now, I like to keep a stack of cobble on me for building purposes, you know, for emergencies or for repairing stuff. And one of the modes, if you shift right-click with the bag in your hand, you can lock it. I think that stops it from doing pretty much anything. It has a, what is that, receiving mode. I think that will automatically pull items. I don't really use it. What I like to use is this resupply mode. And what it does is you see if I got the 5 cobble here, and if we pick up more cobble, it's going to automatically supply that. So that way we can always have a full stack on us. Now it'll only keep 1 stack of whatever item that you've got out. So you don't have to worry about it cluttering or getting too big. And the mining backpack does the exact same thing, only does it for ores and smelted ores. So it'll pick up our iron here. But it picks up ores and stuff as well. And you'll see it going forward. And the last real nice feature about it is any items that are in the bags, if you shift right click onto an inventory, it will automatically put those ingots in there. So I can't remember how many we had in here, but the ingots aren't in the bag anymore. So it's put them in. So it's nice. And the reason I like to do that before we get into too much more digging is because, you know, it's going to easily double our capacity for collecting items and just moving things around. It just makes life a lot easier. Same with the magnets. And that's going to be it for this episode. Between episodes, I'm going to go down and dig. I'll probably, you know, give you a brief rundown of what I'm going to be doing and how I go about doing that. I've got an idea to tried to do an unbreakable pick and use the ore excavation to really level up quickly. But the way that the modifiers are in this pack, I mean, you need 20,000 experience. That's 20,000 blocks dug out. So I'm not sure that I'll go that route. Anyway, something to think about. But we've hit our wrap-up time. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you enjoyed the episode. And I'll catch you later. Have a good one.